Hi. Hello, everyone. I'm Brett, and this is Russ, and we are here with Isabella Rossellini, the author of Green Porno. Check it out, right here, right here. We cannot believe that we're actually sitting here with you right now. Thank you so much.
I can't believe I'm sitting here with you.
Well, we get that all the time.
So, you know, your time is very valuable, so I'm going to jump right into asking you some questions.
Yeah.
So, you wrote and produced all of the Green Porno segments.
Yes.
What is attractive about bugs doing it?
That they're doing it so strangely that we never think about. I mean, I haven't thought about it, and I have them moving around me. You know, I just pick a fly from here, squash it, and throw it away. And instead, there is all these things strange that they do.
Okay, so I have a question for you that I've been thinking about for a very long time, and this is this. I hear that you have some sort of potion that allows you to live forever. And what I would like to know, I hear that you're also selling it on a sliding scale. So how much would it cost for me to buy this? Now keep in mind, I work in publishing, so I don't, you know. So what do you think? How much would it cost me to get this potion?
$500,000 for you.
For me? What about him?
Also, $500,000.
What about that one back there?
Would you like the potion to stay young? $1 million? Do you have $1 million? But it's forever. Imagine if you cut it for eternity, it might cost you nothing, a cent a day, nothing below a cent.
That's
nothing.
True.
How you have to think about it.
But then there's all the upkeep. I mean, you know, the spray paint and the.
She makes good points. So in regards to the green movement and publishing, what are your thoughts on e-readers? Like the Kindle or like the Note? Yeah.
I mean, to me, you know, it's storytelling that is important, you know. And actually, I think that porno, because of the web and the new publishing, gives you the opportunity to write very short things, which is great. But at the end, it's storytelling. Whether you read it on paper, on Kindle, on your computer, to me, it doesn't really matter. For me, it's just storytelling. The author has to think of a story. How the story is published, printed, it doesn't matter.
So I actually read somewhere that when you first moved to New York to go to school, that you were a ringmaster in a circus. Is this true?
No, I wanted to be. I wanted to work with the Big Apple Circus, but it didn't happen. Yeah.
Oh,
because I like circuses.
Now, is this a Fellini thing that it comes because he has a lot of circuses?
No, I don't know if it is for the sake of Fellini. I think it's always a little also caricature, there's something dark. And for me, I just like the happiness of the colors and the eccentric, the strangeness of it. I know they don't have any animals anymore, but still sometimes they have dogs and horses, and I like to see it. I like animals, so sometimes you do see this.
Animals being liked. So speaking of that, so you've done sea life, you've done bugs. What's next? Animals, vegetables, minerals?
No, I would like to do. I would stay in animals, and I would like to make a story about how animals seduce each other. How they courtship, all the courtship strategy.
You heard it here first.
So, when you were making Green Porno, in your opinion, what's the most fascinating thing that you learned?
How many ways there is to make love? Sometimes you don't even need a partner. That's even more.
So right now we are sitting in what I guess is not the green room of Coco 66, but you know is attached to Coco 66. You're here for Word Brooklyn. And talking about Green Porno. Right now in the bar they're running a special on oysters. So I have a two-part question. One is, do you have any interesting or random facts about the sex life of oysters?
Yeah.
And two, are there any tips that you have for those of us that are going to eat oysters, experience the aphrodisiac, and then go home and do it?
Imagine oysters, they were all over New York. They were, instead of pretzels and hot dogs, they had oysters everywhere, and it was considered a very cheap dish. Oysters in New York were described to be a foot long. Now these animals, they're very difficult to find. You know, we eat them, and actually we don't eat them anymore. So in the harbor here, we don't eat them because obviously they are polluted. I think oysters, I think they spawn open and they release eggs and sperm. And the eggs and sperm mix and they have the babies. So they don't need a penis, they don't have to penetrate it, but they need proximity. And when the water is polluted or the animals dies, then you will have them separated, and this is true for clams, I don't know for oysters. But the clams, the precipitation of clams is that because there were too few. So they did the spawning, but they were too far away for the eggs and sperm to meet. So sometimes you need a density of animal to make sure that there is babies. Oysters.
Wow!
You become a marine biologist, essentially. All right, so I have one last question for you, and thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Being here.
Thank you so much, Word Brooklyn, and thank you so much, Debbie Steer and Harper Studio, and everybody else that hooked us up. Yeah.
And our last question for you is: how many different languages can you say the word green in?
I don't know, in Spanish is verde. Yes, I think so. 3 or 4, if I'm correct in Spanish.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, Isabella. Thank you so much, Word Brooklyn. Thank you so much, everybody. There was some weird guy. I don't know what happened. All right, thanks.
Ciao.
Ciao.